Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I do give all honor and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikah HaKwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whom I've learned this 100% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth. Again, shalom. Also, shalom to the few sisters who are listening and learning in silence, keeping the order. All right, I'm Brother Kapasha coming to you once again with a brief lesson, Lord willing. It'll be edifying. All right, you know, the Lord is always watching. They say his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, you see. So we, we continue and we continue to, keep this faith, keep this truth, this 100% truth that we've been taught, and then that we perform it to the best of our ability, of course. Let me, because the Lord is always watching. He has his angels, his messengers, recording everything. He sees everything. Let me get that scripture real quick. All right. 23:19, I believe it is. Let me get that scripture. And I think it's Sirach 23:19, that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times. Okay, it reads here. This thing don't fall. The wind is blowing kind of strong. It reads here, such as man. This is Sirach, known as, Ecclesiasticus, known as Sirach. The 23rd chapter, the 19th verse reads, such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. You see, the Lord sees everything, Israel. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. The Lord sees the secret things that we do, that we think, that we, give our minds to, our hearts. You see, the Lord sees. He knows your intentions. He knows, our faults and such, because he has his angels recording everything, and they don't miss anything. They don't sleep. They don't get tired. They don't get weary. They are made for the Lord's service. They were created for Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's servant. And it says here, such a man only feareth the eyes of men. Just because I may be doing this video now, but what am I going to do when I turn this camera off? You see? Am I going to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of my ability when I turn this camera off? These are the things that we have to consider. You see, how will I treat my brother or my neighbor who is an Israelite? You see, am I going to respect that brother, or or my neighbor, for someone who is honoring the Lord to the best of his ability? You see. That's keep doing this work, keeping doing the work, making lessons, doing what thus saith the Lord. When I turn this camera off, you see, it reads here: such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways, not some of the ways, but all the ways, everything that we do, everything that we think, everything, whether it's good or bad, he sees it. You see? You can't hide from Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Israel. It says, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts. You see? That's why we have to always remember Israel. That's why we must be, true to our calling. True to this faith, true to fearing Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Now let me get this, because let me get this, Zephaniah 3:5. because it reads, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. You see, he in the midst of everything. He sees everything. You see, you know, particularly Israel, the ones that know that they are Israelites, but yet are not calling on his name. Saying you don't need to know the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, his Hebrew name. You see, saying that the MOTB is not to see him. Saying that, America, anybody can be saved. America, pray for the peace of Jerusalem, which they're thinking of those small hats in our land. Things like that. World War III, there's not going to be a World War III. You see, things are going to calm down. Things are going to get better. You see, trusting in their enemies, woe unto you who go down to Egypt for help. Roughly paraphrasing. It reads here, Salakia, Zephaniah 3 and 5, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He would not do iniquity. He would not make any mistakes, Israel. He's not going to wrongly accuse you or wrongly judge you for any, for anything that you have done. If he judges you, it's going to be a perfect judgment, righteous. The Lord is a righteous power. You see, the just Lord, the righteous Lord is in the midst thereof. He will do no iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. All the scourges and all the chastisement and judgment that we've gone through, you see, and you're not going to turn back to your true power, Israel? Are you kidding? Are you serious? You see, these are judgment. But our people are stiff-necked, stubborn, hard-headed, going to go their own way anyway, going to pull the shoulder away. You see, the Lord sees all. He make righteous judgment. You see, he's in the midst, Israel. You see, also too, let's go to Amos. Let's go to Amos, because the Lord sees all the wickedness that is done in Zion, Israel. It's a people before it's a place. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. He also sees, the wickedness, that's that the elites are doing as well. But they doing what they're supposed to do. They are doing what they are created to do. But you, Israel, you're going to get judged harshly for your wickedness. You see? You see, thinking that the Lord's not seeing you, the Lord sees, the Lord knows. He knows your shortcomings, Israel. All right? He reads here. It says here in Amos. Let's go. Amos 9 and 8. It says it right here. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. You see, this pertained to us, Jerusalem back in the day. But now it's pertaining to America, aka Babylon the Great. But yet you still have wicked Israelites, in the midst of this wicked kingdom. We're scattered all over, you see. It's still doing wickedly, our people. You see, 2/3 of our people are going to get cut off for their wickedness, for their hard-headedness, for their stiff neck. You see, thinking that they can get away with doing wickedly, calling on Jesus Christ, in these churches, celebrating, the holidays and things of that nature. Just being, just being wicked. You see? All right, it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord, because a remnant is going to, he's going to save the elect. Their remnant is the elect. You see? So the Lord is not going to, he's going to take care of his elect men. All right? And his 1/3 men, women, and children. The Lord's got it. He's got you. You see? All right? It reads here. Let me see. I think I have one more. This is not going to be a very long one, I can tell. It says here, right? Let me see. I want to get evildoers. Because 2/3 of our people, they really do trust in their enemy to save them out of hardships and hard times. You see, we just saw. I was just looking at one brother's video. I think it was Elder Manat Zapbar from South Carolina. He did one on tornadoes that was a mile wide, destroying everything in its path. You see, I think that there were about 28 people dead. But look at and I think he showed one looked like an Israelite brother, man that was killed. And I think he was in his truck, his food truck. I think that's what he said. And a branch or a limb or a tree or something fell on him and must have crushed him. You see, I don't know all the details, but anyway, these are judgment. The righteous Lord is in the midst. You see, why should you trust your enemy? Never trust thine enemy. You see, that's what's that? Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, because he's going to trick you every time. He's going to renege on his promises, Israel. He never kept any of his trees. The Native American Indians know that. You see? All right, it reads here. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. So why would you go down to Egypt? This Egypt right here is spiritual Egypt. This is actually, America, aka Babylon the Great, is also known as Egypt, spiritual Egypt. See, got the same wicked worships and things of that nature. You see, woe, which means destruction, to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not upon the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. They're not seeking the Lord's name. They're not trying to learn any Hebrew, words or anything to try to, build up their faith in the true power. The ones that's going to, the ones that has the power to save them, to feed them when the famine of the food comes, and when Jacob's trouble increases. You see, it's a destruction to them that go down to Egypt for help. You going down to Egypt, you going down there, all right. You're going to be, they're going to put that implementation. They're going to put that MOTB in you. You see, that see here. In order for you to get food or get shelter or anything, because you're not going to be able to buy or sell, buy or sell unless you have it when they mandate it. You see, so destruction to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses. You trusting in the horse, the military to save you. This government, you see, the Esau, Edom, so-called white man. You trusting in all of that, all of the wickedness to save you, Israel. You see, you better turn from that stuff. You have the prophets out here. You see them on the highways and the hedges. We're not in any lodged in any corners or any longer. You see your teachers, roughly paraphrasing. You see, and this destruction to you is woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel. You ain't trusting in the true power. Okay? So this is the time to turn back, Israel. This is the time to turn back before it's too late, before before the Lord removes his mercy. You see? So I hope you were edified to some degree. Lord willing, you were edified. All right. But with that, I'm going to end it right there. All right. But before I end it, I must give all honor and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, whom I've learned this 100% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth. Again, Shalom.